A federal judge in Florida has ordered the release of long-sealed grand jury materials connected to Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, following the passage of a new federal transparency law. The ruling, issued Friday by U.S. District Judge Rodney Smith, allows the Justice Department to unseal grand jury transcripts from the 2006 to 2007 federal investigation into Epstein in Florida. Normally, grand jury records are kept secret under federal rules, but the judge found that a newly enacted law overrides those protections. That law is known as the Epstein Files Transparency Act. It was signed into law last month and requires the Justice Department to release all unclassified records related to Epstein and Maxwell within 30 days of enactment, setting a deadline of December 19. This marks the first successful unsealing of Epstein-related grand jury records under the new law. An earlier attempt to release the same materials was denied by a different judge earlier this year. The Justice Department has requested the unsealing of documents from 3 separate Epstein-related investigations. With the Florida grand jury materials now set for release, legal attention is shifting to New York, where judges will determine whether additional sealed records will be made public in the coming weeks. The Epstein Files Transparency Act passed Congress with overwhelming bipartisan support. The measure cleared the House of Representatives by a vote of 427 to 1, with only one member voting against it, and was approved by the Senate through unanimous consent. Although former President Donald Trump initially opposed the bill, he reversed his position in mid-November after lawmakers gathered enough signatures to force a vote, ultimately urging House Republicans to support the measure. The law compels the disclosure of Justice Department files related to Epstein and Maxwell, including documents concerning charging decisions, immunity agreements, and references to other individuals. However, it allows the department to withhold materials that could compromise ongoing federal investigations or expose victims' personal identifying information. Importantly, the law explicitly prohibits withholding records solely to avoid embarrassment or reputational harm to public officials, public figures, or foreign dignitaries. Jeffrey Epstein, a wealthy financier with connections to prominent and powerful figures, was arrested in 2019 on federal sex trafficking charges. Prosecutors allege he sexually exploited underage girls, some as young as 14, at properties in New York and Florida. Epstein died by suicide in a New York jail while awaiting trial. Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's longtime associate, was later convicted for her role in facilitating the abuse and is currently serving a 20-year federal prison sentence. With the Florida grand jury materials now set for release, legal attention is shifting to New York, where judges will determine whether additional sealed records will be made public in the coming weeks.